The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 54 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense.
They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 24 carries, 82 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Patriots at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Throwing now is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Brady now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they get him down the run before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2-minute tie for the Miami first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua.
They'll drop this one underneath the gasket.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down, Gaskin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Again, it's Penny. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On now the Miami field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 36, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Brady going to throw. He's got his man, Thornton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL. Let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. Nifty move. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now a play fake. Brady
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez. No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Point after, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Malik McDowell coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's caught. Smith. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The Patriots send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Miami set to take over. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but the ball rolling out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'll run it again with Penny. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. 1-yard gains are trending the same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, so that'll bring up 2nd down. coming up on 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Brady.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
To his throw, pulled in by Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Penning. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Brady now on 1st down.
That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Again, it's Harris on second down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got him.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Down to the 25.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So Tua and the Dolphins down 16-13, 1:09 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They'll begin things here with Gaskin.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here's Tua. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Now Tua.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
On second down, here's Penny. Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Penny up the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Tua going to hand this to Gaskin.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Here's Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie. And got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. Inside handoff, Penny, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Here's a give to Penny. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Tua. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking